Florida could rake in millions by regulating online poker and other casino games, but critics say it would come with a price. This debate is coming to a head in Tallahassee. Some state lawmakers are pushing to expand online gaming.
Yeah, they're also getting some strong pushback here from a number of directions. Fox 13's political editor Greg Patrick shows us both sides.
Lisa Metzler knows more about online card games than she ever cared to learn.
I took a handful of pills one night because I was so devastated by it.
She's in therapy now. She had been shut in her Apollo Beach home since last spring, hooked on internet card games. She was blowing more than $20,000 a month.
I would sleep for an hour.
You would sleep for an hour?
I would sleep for an hour. That's how addicted I got to it.
She overdosed to try to stop the pain.
I had to go to the emergency room. I was hooked up to monitors, and then I was Baker acted the next day. After I got out of rehab, started right up again with the sweepstakes and the casinos.
Lisa Metzler is sharing her meltdown to warn state lawmakers of what she says could happen if they license online card games.
I feel like there's going to be many more cases like mine.
In Florida, House conservatives who are morally opposed to betting have stalled internet gaming bills in the past. But the U.S. Justice Department ruled that betting on online card games does not violate the Wire Act. Offshore web casinos are now back in business. Delaware, Nevada just licensed online gaming in their states, and several others are moving in that direction to rake in big tax dollars. Florida is under growing pressure to join in or lose out.
It's going to be spent anyway. So if it's going to be spent, then let's do what we need to do to make sure that we're getting our piece that should be coming into us as a state.
Florida considered regulating and taxing online poker last year. A state analysis showed it would have pumped more than $10 million into the state budget in its first year.
I think intrastate poker would produce a lot more than $10 million.
State Senator Dennis Jones chaired the Committee on Regulated Industries, and he says Florida has a big opportunity to cash in.
We could actually be the center for several states.
Senator Jones says Florida will embrace online poker and possibly more. The question is when.
One way or the other, I think that it will pass.
The poker lobby wants Florida to tax online poker winnings because it wants state oversight.
Our money is not protected. We have no ability to make sure the games are fair, and our minors are not protected.
But opponents say there are too many stories like Lisa Metzler's, and many others who don't want us to show their faces have lost much more than she did.
How much money did you lose?
I would say probably about $500,000.
Carlos now counsels others who he says would self-destruct.
People who have an addictive personality are just a click away from financial devastation.
Supporters of online gaming say we already have that problem. They say regulation could help address it.
People are playing online poker today in Florida, unregulated, as much as they want to.
There should be some cases of addiction, but that's true with anything, whether it's drugs or candy or hot dogs or poker.
Greg Patrick, Fox 13 News.
Now, the legislature must also now decide whether or not to allow mega resort casinos in South Florida. House and Senate leaders say they're going to continue to review all of our gaming laws, but based on prior votes, they could easily stall or reject any expansion of gaming next year.